We provide a production-ready WebRTC platform as a service. So we've been flying a little under the radar. If you haven't been paying really close attention to WebRTC, you probably haven't heard of us. But we're actually a venture-backed startup, and we've been working 100% on WebRTC for over 2 years now. So basically, the day that Google dropped the code on the web that was to become WebRTC, we downloaded it, built a plugin, built an app, built the infrastructure to power the app, and then started iterating on that for really 2 years now. So what I'm going to show you today is the product of 2 years of blood, sweat, and tears to build an application, a service that can actually support production-grade applications. So what we actually offer are 3 things. We have a global server network. So we have edge locations around the world. We're running on AWS, where we have servers in all 8 regions. So wherever your customers are, we have servers near them. We provide stun, we provide turn, including TCP support even in current versions of Chrome. We provide MCUs, which is something that I'll be showing for the first time today. And we have a messaging service because for a full-featured WebRTC application, you needed a minimum signaling, and you most likely want text chat as well. So we have a very full-featured service that includes signaling, it includes presence, chat, and it's very full-featured chat. It has offline message support, it has chat histories, it has notifications, everything that you need for a full-featured app. The third thing that we provide is a very powerful developer framework that allows you to do all of this as easily as possible, getting started with just a few lines of JavaScript and then scaling with your needs as you want to customize the user experience for your application. So the things that we provide are obviously session management, messaging, and user interface widgets, which is something that differentiates our offering a little bit from some of the other ones out there, is that WebRTC doesn't provide you much in the way of the user interface. So if you want to do notifications and call controls, and a lot of the other odds and ends that add up to a really compelling user experience, you either have to build it yourselves or if you use our platform, then you get that for free. And lastly, we provide a pluggable authentication model so that you can have your user database integrated with our service. So, that's enough talk. We came here to do a demo. So I'm going to show you 2 things today. The first thing that I'm going to show you is probably our first customer who used our platform as a very core part of their business, where if we went out of business, then they would be in serious trouble. So what I'm going to do is show you their application. And the company is called Block.io, and what they do is they provide online developer training. So you sign up for Block.io, and you have online instruction and mentoring and peer exchanges powered by WebRTC on their site. They've been using us in production since January, and that's not using any plugins. They've been using Chrome Stable with their users, and now they're starting to use Firefox as well since the beginning of the year. So the way that they work is that you go to their website, and you can interact and explore the curriculum on their site. But you'll see at the top there's a video chat icon here. And if I click on that icon, it's going to fire up another tab that will take you to block.vline.com and give you, I mentioned that we have various widgets and building blocks that you can add up into a fully baked user experience. And the highest level building block that we have is what we call our web client. And it's basically Skype in a browser, but bring your own user database. So they did a very basic integration, I think it took an hour or 2, that basically allows us to pull the user database from their system, and then the contacts that you'll see here are actually other students taking the same class that I am. And I'm going to go ahead and find Dave here, who is one of the founders of Block, and see if we can get hold of him. So I'll send him a chat message. One of the things that you'll notice about our service is that oftentimes users will have more than one tab open to a website. So here I've got another tab open, and look, there's the same chat history in 2 tabs. Small thing, big usability difference. And we have a lot of those in our platform. So here's Dave. Let me go ahead and give him a call. And here's another small thing that we have. No one notices that little bar at the top of the screen. You use our framework, we get the patent-pending big green arrow to point it out. Hey Dave, how's it going?
Hey Ben, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm going to pop into full screen here so that everyone can see you in full screen HD. I'm also going to point out really quickly that these call controls here and the full user interface is all part of our framework, and you have access to that, basically by default when you use our framework. But I'm going to hand it over to Dave here to tell you a little bit about Block and how they're using WebRTC and vLine.
Thanks. So my name's Dave. I work at a company called Block. We're based in San Francisco. And basically what Block does is we run online web development boot camps. People sign up with our service and they become web developers after 12 weeks. We've been around for about a year, and we've had a little under 150 students move through our program so far. The primary way we teach people and help people get unstuck when they need help is through face-to-face communication. We find that computerized assistants usually aren't enough, and we really like the human connection. So we use vLine basically every day, all the time, to accomplish that. So students connect with their mentors, and they can ask questions and hold office hours and learn together. So.
Great. And how's WebRTC been working for you in general?
It's great. We actually used to use, before you guys were around, we used to use a larger, more popular product, and it had constant crashes, and people had to download and install applications on their machines. Some of our students use Windows, some of them use OS 10, and some of them use Linux, and so there was constant incompatibilities. And so far WebRTC is awesome. You just need to make sure everybody's running the latest version of a popular browser, and that's basically it.
Great. Well, thanks a lot for joining us, Jay.
Yeah, man. Have a good day.
All right. So now I'm going to show you something. So this is live in production. Works great. You could use it today, get started in really just a few minutes. I'm going to show you something that is actually not quite live as a public offering, but will be at the end of the month. And this is our multi-party conferencing service. So I'm going to go join a conference where we can talk to another one of our customers who's been doing some interesting things lately.
I'll have it ready in case I need it.
Hello. So I have here Kevin Leach, who's one of our customers, and also joining us from the hall outside is Prakash. Prakash, how's the weather out there in the hall?
Hey guys, how's it going? So you can see that when I start talking, you would see the video panel switch to me because we do speaker detection along with some of the other stuff with conferencing. Our server is not running locally, it's running on the AWS cloud in the East Coast. So this is a real conferencing demo.
And we do dynamic rate adaptation in order to maximize the efficiency for both the network and the computing abilities of the devices. So Kevin, could you tell us a little bit about how you're using vLine?
I think Kevin dropped out.
Oh, I think he was just holding still. Hey, Kevin, can you hear us?
No, hold on.
No, he's still there. I just don't think he can hear us.
Yeah, I think his audio is out. So he has this weird setup. I was just talking to him for the last 10 minutes, so.
All right. Kevin, if you can talk for us, if you can tell us what you're up to. Come on, Kevin. All right.
Yes, you can.
You can do it. Come on, we want to see some more live HD video here. Prakash, can you contact him?
Yeah, so I'm contacting him. So I think he lost his network basically. He's at a very...
No, we still have live video from him actually, but he's just...
Hey, Tom.
Okay, sorry, we have one more person joining us here, so hopefully... So the great thing about Kevin is that he's actually in London right now. And that video, if you were to speak and so you could see it large, would actually be quite high quality. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem to be able to hear us. Tom, on the other hand, is in the back of the auditorium, so he's joining so that we can actually see the speaker detection and switching. All right, I guess that Kevin is not able to hear us. Anyway, so what Kevin did this last weekend was very interesting, which he did a live broadcast on the BBC using WebRTC and vLine. Okay, there's Kevin. He has joined again. There we go. Kevin, everyone was waiting for you.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Kevin, can you please give us a quick overview of how you're using WebRTC and vLine?
And where you're calling from too?
Yes, indeed. I'm talking to you live from Manchester in the United Kingdom, where I'm running a new business startup where I provide live broadcasting facilities to...
Yeah, his network is really bad. He just,
Okay. Well,
his network is pretty good, but it
all right. You get the idea. If you have an internet connection, it works great. So basically, yeah, that's what we have today. The conferencing service will be live at the end of the month. We also have native SDKs coming out for iOS and Android as well around the end of the month. So end of the month being July. So thanks everyone for your time.